Morning. I want to make some introductions first. To my far right is Captain Mike Powell with our Investigation Division, our Chief Deputy Troy Elwell. To my left, our Solicitor Strom Thurman Jr., and far left, Assistant Chief of SLED Paul Grant. The purpose of this press conference this morning is to pass on information and give you an update on the murder that we've been working from Green Pond Road, and to get you all to pass on information also to our citizens. On Tuesday, December the 8th, Jackson Police and Aiken County Sheriff's Office responded to 2570 Green Pond Road in Jackson and discovered the bodies of the homeowners, Navy veteran Lewis Baker Cochran and his wife Sandra Cochran. The family dog was also discovered deceased. The Cochrans had been murdered and their home had been burglarized. Both victims were discovered in separate areas of the property. Mr. Cochran was found outside the rear of the home, and Mrs. Cochran was discovered inside the home with the family dog. Evidence indicates that the subject or subjects spent time ransacking and stealing from the home after murdering the Cochrans. Over the course of this investigation, numerous witnesses have been interviewed and have provided significant information, but investigators know that there are others in the community who also have information and who need to come forward. It is also likely that others saw or heard something significant between the dates of December the 4th and December the 8th regarding these murders, and at the time may not have recognized it as being relevant to the case. Sometimes the smallest piece of evidence can make the biggest impact. So anyone who believes that they have information involving this case needs to contact our investigators. We're going to give you a number just a little bit later. The physical evidence at the scene is currently being examined by the SLED Forensic Laboratory. It is our experience that the person or persons who committed this horrific crime are from this community and have most likely spoken to family members, friends, or associates. This suspect continues to pose a danger not only to other persons but also to family members and close friends. It is possible that he may strike out violently and unpredictably against those who care about him the most, or her. There is usually someone close to the suspect who believes that his or her family member or friend is responsible for the Cochran's death. Investigators know that coming forward with information may be very difficult. However, we want this person to know that they may be key to helping us prevent another individual from being injured or murdered. We have set up a task force to investigate the Cochran homicide, which consists of the Aiken County Sheriff's Office, South Carolina Law Enforcement Division, and the Aiken Solicitor's Office. We're going to give you a number now for a tip line. We have set up a tip line. The number is 803-507-1437. This tip line will be by voicemail. You don't have to leave your name. You simply leave your information on your tip, and these investigators will follow up on that information. I want to point out this. We're confident that by working together with this task force, we will move closer to bringing this crime to a result of an arrest. We have developed some good leads and are actively working those leads. Our investigators of this task force are working around the clock, and those leads have moved us into a good direction, I think. So with that said, I'll take a few brief questions. I'm not going to talk about specifics of the case, so don't ask me.
Well, my question is, has any of the stolen property turned up in pawn shops?
I can't answer that question.
Was the couple wealthy? Is there a motive to this?
I don't know the motive. It's very still preliminary. I don't think that we need to talk about motive. I think
with the size of Aiken County, asking the public for help, would disclosing the location of the vehicle was discovered not help maybe jog some memories?
Yeah,
It's a big place.
It's a big place, but we're not ready to disclose that yet. I'm not trying to keep anything from you, but understand this. We've got one time to get this right. A murder investigation, you've got one time to get it right and to make an arrest and present the solicitor with a case that he can successfully prosecute. And that's why we're just, some of the things we're not going to talk about. I hope, though, that in a couple of days we'll have some more to give you.
Can you tell us any of the other items that were taken from the home besides the car?
Can I do what?
Can you tell us any of the other items that were taken from the home?
Hey, it would be proper for me to comment on that.
Do you feel at all like that this was, or can you say that this was something you feel is random or like a personal attack?
I don't want to speculate on anything, but I think that it's probably the person responsible knew of these victims.
How long had the couple been dead until authorities showed up?
We're thinking around 72 hours. All right?
One more quick question. There was no forced entry, so is it possible that the couple opened the door to this person, or?
I'm not going to speculate. But we don't want to speculate anything. We want to get the citizens to anything they think that may have been something unusual, that at a time they didn't think about, call the tip line. You all get the information out there for us. You all do a good job of doing that. I think that we're very close to tying up some loose ends so that we can make an arrest, but it's going to take the citizens' help.
Is there anything you can tell us about the murder weapon?
No, sir. All right,
All
thank
right,
you, folks.
thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you all.